I'm Pope, and I play guitar.
I'm Jack Sanderson, I sing.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you play guitar also.
Oh, I'm Jack Sanderson, I sing and I play guitar also.
I list all skills.
I'm Mark Hartman, and I play drums.
My name is Blake Parnell, and I play the bass.
And we're Flint Eastwood. I grew up watching a lot of spaghetti western movies with my family, and basically the whole sound just comes from an influence of that. I loved watching anything that Ennio Morricone specifically did the music for. He's a great composer, and basically that just ended up inspiring anything that I create now, which then I brought to the band, and they made it all complete and all that jazz. Me and my brother recorded the album together. We have a studio just outside of Detroit, and yeah, we basically did the whole things ourselves. And it definitely was a labor-intensive process because we were kind of teaching ourselves along the way. I'm always a stern believer in never let gear or never let lack of something stop you from something. So we kind of worked with just like a bunch of hand-me-downs and a bunch of gear that was basically like the cheapest stuff ever. Which I think the second time around, I definitely want to go into an actual studio because there's a lot of it that's like, man, I really wish that could have been changed. But we just wanted to use what we had and make the best product that we can make, basically. And so yeah, we ended up recording it in the studio and then brought these guys on for the live band, which yeah, it was all written before I met most of these guys. Well, no, because you guys were still in it, right? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was basically written before this official lineup happened. So all the future stuff is going to be written by all of us. We've been working on some stuff recently, but Late Nights and Bow Ties was me and my brother.
Found out about the band through Craigslist.
2-year anniversary's coming up. I think I'll audition for you guys
Did you
in
know that-
December.
Oh my goodness.
Not to one up your 2 anniversary, but there's a 1 year anniversary that's literally this month, and that's me.
Clay
coming in with you guys.
Clay joined a year ago. We were looking we were looking for a bass player for a very long time, and we auditioned some
No, I
people.
can't do
They
it.
were nice people, but they didn't fit with us. And so finally, Brian was like, "Here's a list of like the last options that I have with bass players." And like Clay was on the window. I'm like, "Where is this? Where's he been? Why didn't you tell him about this at the beginning?"
He's been playing guitar.
Oh yeah, he's originally a guitar player, but he plays bass for us. He's really good. He plays music at a side project, Classland, and it's cool.
I actually auditioned with my friend's bass because I didn't know him. But I've always wanted to play bass, and I knew that it was right because the first show we ever played together, well, first of all, I actually knew it was right in my heart, but second, there was a physical thing that happened, and we played at the Crowfoot, which I had always dreamed since I was a child.
The Crowfoot Ballroom, not the Pipe.
Actually, since it opened, the Crowfoot Ballroom, that I could play bass on that sound system, and it came true within a matter of days. And it was amazing.
That was your first show?
That's the first show, bud.
It was great. It was great times. Detroit is basically it's a city that's gotten a really bad reputation over the years, and for a good reason. I grew up in Detroit as a child. Some of my childhood in Detroit, and then my dad has worked in Detroit for like basically his entire adult life. And there's definitely been a lot of obvious things that has given it the reputation that it's like this eyesore and this terrible place that nobody goes, and if you go, you'll get robbed and shot, and even worse, and you know your life is just going to be terrible, and yada yada. When that's not the case in every pocket. In every city, there's always bad parts of it, but people tend to like to look at Detroit because it's an easy target as everything is bad. But there's some great things happening. There's amazing things happening in the music scene, amazing things happening in the art scene. There's a lot of businesses that are popping up, a lot of really homegrown, really Michigan-made, just quality goods that are coming from Detroit right now, and we're really excited to be a part of this whole movement that's happening down there because it really is something that's incredible, and I think it's going to end up affecting the entire nation. It's going to be a new creative hub, basically, is what it's gearing up as.
I would encourage anybody who's thinking about it, they should go see it for themselves.
Oh yeah.
Because like, you can explain it, but until you actually like see it with your own eyes and really experience the spirit of the people and what kind of what's going on, it's kind of just all talk. But you should definitely go.
And the thing is as well. Again, there's a lot of the city that's still it needs a lot of work. Basically, there's a lot of blight and a lot of just destruction that's still there. But you kind of have to go in, as Clay was saying, go in for yourself and really look for those pockets that are there because they are there. Eastern Market, Corktown, Midtown, Indian Village, Southwest, like stuff is happening. Livernois even is starting to pick up. yeah, it's very. There's a huge sense of excitement and opportunity down there that just nothing else, no other major city can match right now. And there's a sense of community because everybody's always down there for a reason. They're not just down there to like, oh, this is a cool place to be. Like they're doing something because they know that they have something of value that they can give to the city of Detroit. It's really exciting. Yeah. I would say it's very easy to say that being an artist these days is very difficult. It's very easy to kind of just throw like, oh, the market is oversaturated, nobody's buying albums anymore, nobody, yada yada yada. But in all honesty, I guess it's all the way that you look at it. Because in every generation, there was always something that kind of screwed over the previous generation. Whenever tape cassettes came out, that's like, oh, what's going to happen to records? And then like, when CDs came out, oh, what's going to happen to tapes? Like, it was just like this huge. There's always going to be a huge question of what the next step is, and it's very exciting to be a musician right now and kind of have the opportunity to forward think, because everyone is kind of at this position where it's like, where do we go next? Because what we're doing now obviously is not working. No one's making any money, and you have to be more creative. You have to be more authentic. So much opportunity right now in the generation that we live in that it way outweighs any of the struggles that is happening. But if I had to specifically pinpoint some kind of struggle that we're going through, I guess because Detroit was such a bad area for so long, I feel like a lot of people are still a little reserved when it comes to being involved in what's going on down there. So it's kind of difficult to get people to come to a lot of things, honestly. We'll play somewhere like Ypsilanti, or we'll play somewhere like Ann Arbor, Mount Pleasant, Grand Rapids. There'll be a bunch of people there. Detroit is definitely more of a struggle to get a lot of people out. But on the flip side of that, it kind of drives you more to go out there and build the community and make it happen for yourself. Basically hustle, which is something that we find very admirable. And I feel like there's a lot of Detroit artists in the Detroit scene that are not necessarily from Detroit, but are working really, really hard. Helms Below, Tunde Olaniran, Alexis, D.L. Rossi, Greater Alexander. All those people are and more those are just off the top of my head, but they're all really pushing forward and making the scene happen and basically regaining trust in the fan, I guess. I hate that word, but the fan. And basically just in the Detroit community where the trust is building and people are starting to come out. So it's exciting. I personally am a huge fan of social media just because you're able to connect to anyone. And it opens up this door that you weren't able to walk through even 5 years ago, I would say. And there's a huge boom of just you're able to have direct contact with people who listen to your music, and you're able to build a community a lot easier than before. Granted, I still think there's a lot of value in face-to-face contact and in investing in basically human beings having verbal conversations. I enjoy doing this a lot more than typing on a keyboard. I think that social media definitely is a great thing, and it's a huge thing that could be a benefit to a lot of bands. There's a lot of people that are reluctant to use it, but I think they're using the wrong mindset with it. Instead of viewing it as you're wearing yourself out, blah, 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 blah. And yes, we promote our music on there, that's what it's for, but we really like to use it as a way to communicate with people, get their opinions, get their ideas, see how their day is going, basically. Because basically, our whole purpose of being in a band is to build a community and to give people basically something to get excited over, or have people come to the shows and really connect with other people that are there. We want to build a community around what we're doing, and social media is definitely a good way to do that. The music is definitely progressing. It's definitely becoming more Flint Eastwood rather than just what it was before. Again, there's a lot of things that are going to change in the future, and there's a lot of things that are changed with the music that we're making. Simply because these guys, it's going to be live instrumentation. Everything that is on the record, basically, we couldn't afford hiring a drummer, hiring a bassist, and hiring all these people. We played what we could, and then the rest is just MIDI stuff and computer stuff. And so with everything else, we've kind of grown as a band and grown as more of a live experience rather than just being two nerds behind a computer, basically. So bringing these guys in and having these guys a part of the experience and a part of the process has really made us focus on more intensity and more authenticity, I would feel. So having these guys around definitely has changed.
Playing with Jax and Mark, joined I think around the same time for a year and a half ago. And it's just been fun, once we added play into the lineup and stuff, just we're becoming like a family now and stuff, and I think that's reflected in the music too. Like we all just love playing music together and really connect with each other on stage and kind of play off each other's energy on stage, and it just makes for a better performance that way. It's hard to play music with people that you're not friends with.
Yeah, I was. These guys definitely are some of my closest friends, and it like Brian was saying, it definitely bleeds through in our live show and just in our lives, basically having these like positive human beings that are like, yes, music is awesome, and also other parts of life is awesome, and I don't know, it's a lot. It's been a lot of fun, that's for sure.
Can I talk to the camera?
Anything is possible. If you want to get something done, you can totally do it. There's certain variables that will get in your way, but whatever you need to do. There are people that love you and care about you. You feel like doing something creatively, but you feel like you're not good enough. Everyone has to start somewhere. So don't give that excuse. That's a dumb excuse. Just fucking do it. I'm gonna even go say fucking. Just do it.
You just said it.
Ah, jeez. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to swear.
Follow your dreams and reach for the stars.
Talk to
if you miss a star, you might grab a cloud.
Oh, God.
Always talk to strangers. Strangers are good unless they're dangerous.
This is just the uncle way. Just
Yeah.
try hard.
Don't be afraid of a little hard work.
Don't be afraid of failure as well, because everyone fails and it's totally fine. It feels awful at the moment, but you'll get over it.
Don't be afraid to get your hands a little dirty. You know, just put your hand right in there. Yeah.
In the dirt.
And you accomplish it. It's probably been put there for a reason. So just do it, man. Because the only thing separating you from getting it done is you telling yourself the lie that you can't do it.
You can do anything. Always be nice to everybody, because everyone has a struggle and you don't know what their background is.
Real quick.
I feel like we're just like life advice with Flint Eastwood.
The world needs to know.